Sometimes I feel like I'm running around in a circle. I'm looking around for a corner in this improvised play of life with no bathroom breaks and one curtain call on the end, and I'm really hoping it takes me at least a few more decades to get there. Meanwhile, I'm freaking out because I know every single one of you is a supervisor of my improvised life just waiting for me to screw up so you can flash a scorecard that's below 5 and eliminate me. Unless I'm perfect. And I land every single beat change and I hit every single mark and I'm flawless. Yeah, then I'll get your stamp of approval as a good guy. I'll be successful. I'll find a cool gal. I actually got one. Her name's Tanya. What's up, babe? And have 11 kids. 10 more to go. It kind of covers every single sport, if you think about it. I'll be rich and famous, have a bi-coastal lifestyle. I'll be having lunch with the president in the White House. I'd have 3 vacation homes, one in Monaco because it's taxless, a ranch in Kiama, Australia because there's no good surf in Texas, and a castle in the Swiss Alps with my own chairlift. So I'm going to need a jet plane, a yacht that's so big that it can put 3 more yachts on the inside. One for when my 11 kids need a timeout. 2, I really don't have 11 kids. 2, when my wife gives me a timeout. And 3, if I get a surprise visit from my in-laws. And on the deck, I would have a helicopter that I bought. No, that I won in a poker game against a prince when I busted his full house with my pocket rockets because he didn't even see that coming. Because I'm that perfect. Unless I'm not, then people might say that I suck and stare at me to death and pinpoint something wrong with my face, and I'll be so embarrassed that I have to exile myself to a remote island in the middle of nowhere while I have to drink is coconut water and all I have to eat is bananas until I die of potassium poisoning. Seems ridiculous, right? When we operate under the pressure of perfection, it's so easy to become a pessimist when we're faced with hardships. We seem to forget we're not the first ones to struggle with problems, that many came and ran a race and won before us. Let their witness stir up our hearts to have the courage to cross our own Red Seas. When I'm struggling with my fears, I'm tangled up in my sheets with my insecurities. What gets me out of bed is this thing called grace. With every situation, it's uniquely laced. It's like the ocean's tide. It always comes through. It's daily renewed. It's the push that pulls off my baggage. It's my reminder that there is no one perfect. Not even one. And for me, God's love is as deep as the ocean's depths. And He says, come on, play on, son. But there is also love in the form of a wire brush that sometimes has to be used to scrape out the embedded lies to prevent further infection. I call it the heart softening process. It usually leaves a mess. And you probably can't go on. That's why you need your community, because I've heard a string of 3 or more is not easily broken, and then the epiphany hits. Think about it. It took faith, courage, and community to take the first few steps between the 2 giant walls of water to cross the Red Sea. And then it was followed by a whole 40 years of walking around the desert. But this is not an Old Testament lesson. My point is, it would take you at least 250 bananas to come even close to toxic levels of potassium poisoning. Don't believe the hype. Thank you.